Hi guys, in this video we're gonna take a look at a game called Space Blasters, but just as a short disclaimer, I was taking part in designing parts of this game. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. So what is Space Blasters? Space Blasters is an augmented reality first-person shooter developed using Apple's ARKit. The game tells a story of a group of extraterrestrials criminals who escaped from a galactic prison where the most outright criminals of the galaxy are kept. The intergalactic prison is called Space Blastards. Now the name Blastards refers to those convicts who have received life sentence and are doomed to serve their life assembling battle robots on a conveyor. One day, a villain has decided to free them in order to make them serve his evil cause, to conquer more and more planets in the galaxy. He opened portals that send his new recruits over the universe. Earth was on his radar, and eventually Blasters arrived at planet Earth. As you can see, Space Blasters is a very fast-paced action shooter game that plays in augmented reality. Before each level, you have the option to choose two weapons, a primary weapon and a secondary weapon, and you can switch between them during the fight. The game features two game modes, campaign and survival. The survival mode unlocked itself during half of the campaign. The campaign is a good way to get familiar with the characters in the game, which are introduced gradually as the player progresses through the levels. It's also good to get familiar with the weapons, grab mechanics, and unlocking new weapons. So here you can see me, this is actually an alpha footage where I was testing the app when I was in Seoul, South Korea. Now this game looked beautiful as it was played indoors and outdoors, especially outdoors. I really enjoy playing it outdoors. This is the big portal where enemies are coming out. There's a nice effect where you're just spawning. And so, it's not a 360 shooter, but some of the enemies will actually fly above you. So you need to make sure that you are paying attention where they are and shooting. For example, this robot, as you can see, he just want to flank you from the side, and you need to make sure that you notice where he is and you shoot him down. As you can see, the developer put a lot of effort in making sure that the game looks really great, in terms of visual effects. It's really colorful, vibrant. There's tons of visual effects that really makes the game more explosive and energetic when you play it. Now when you put sound effects, great sound effects in, it really turns out to be absolutely amazing. Now, the same goes to the characters. There's a wide variety of characters, each character with its own unique movement and abilities. For example, this robot that you see is really evasive. It can just move really fast and around you, so we need to make sure that you are using the right weapon and aiming correctly in order to take him down. You can see me playing the game, and this is actually the beta version of the game, playing it in Warsaw Airport, and actually needed to burn some time, a few hours. So actually I just pop up the game and tested it, and I had fun, just waiting a few hours until the plane arrives. Now as you can see, there are some power-ups just spread across the level. You can pick them up using your left grab mechanics. This means that if you see it, you need to press it and then it grabs it and then you can activate it. It can be like something that can heal you, increase the shooting speed, etc. Now when you finish the level, you get experience, and then you can also get loot boxes which contain cards. Now you can use those cards in order to unlock new weapons and upgrade current weapons. Here you can see me using the minigun. The minigun is a super powerful machine gun that deals a maximum of 50 damage per bullet and shoots at a very high speed of 360 bullets per minute. It's a badass weapon that I always use in my loadout. It's a powerful machine gun that can eliminate enemies really fast. It's especially useful against the evasive light attack robot enemy that I showed you previously. The first weapon that you get is a slingshot. It shoots fireballs with a maximum damage of 50 and 120 speed after it's upgraded fully. There's no limit on how much you can shoot with it. This weapon is good when shooting single targets. Weapons include a corn gun and a railgun. The railgun, for example, is similar to a sniper rifle. It has slow shooting speed of 60 rounds per minute, but it deals massive 230 damage to enemies. This allows you to eliminate slow enemies really fast. Of course, it's up to you to choose the right gun for a specific level, and switch between them depends on the enemies that just spawn in. Now here you can see me trying to survive as long as possible throughout the waves. I'm currently level 5 out of 21. At the top left you can see my health bar. If it reaches 0, I'm dead. I need to start from the beginning. And at the top right you can see my total score. It's really fun looking at the enemies moving in the 3D space. Here you can see me using the grab mechanics. I just aim to the power up and just grab it, and then I get buffs, extra buffs. Here I use it again. This is just to heal myself. As you can see, the enemy is just moving in the 3D space. It's beautiful. It's not like a shooting gallery game. You just aim and shoot. I need to make sure that you are moving around in order to aim at the enemies and shoot them down as fast as possible before they deal damage to you. Another thing is that unlike some other first-person shooters, augmented reality games that I played, here you can play the game in a seated position. You don't need to stand or move around. So the game was designed to be played, anywhere you are, anytime, with no really any strict restrictions. Here you can see there are 3 power-ups just waiting for me to grab them. I actually wait for to get some damage before spending them, because it just fill up my health quite a lot, so I don't want to just waste them for nothing. So I just wait for the enemies, fight the enemies a bit, and then I just grab them. Just keep in mind that the buffs won't be there, the power-ups won't be there for a long time, so they disappear after some time, so make sure you pick it up before they disappear. I'm actually playing this game until the very end. I make a few breaks just to take something to eat, but overall I spend, I think, like 3 hours just toying around with this game, playing around, trying to break my own high score and level up and try to survive as long as possible in the survival mode. Now, if you look carefully, you can see that the characters have facial animations and other types of animations. For example, the robot rotates his cannons, and this was designed to inject personality into the characters, and this makes the fight feels even more personal. You're actually feeling that you are fighting, living, breathing creatures instead of just something, virtual and soulless, without you feeling that, exciting, being able to defeat it. And look at this crazy bomb character just rushing at you, shouting. It actually wants to explode on you, but you need to make sure that you hit him before he does that, because he can deal massive amount of damage. Now the other characters, the green ones, are actually creeps. There are 2 types of them, and just spawn all the time. They just come close to you, and then when they get close they deal damage. You need to make, actually there are 3 of them, sorry, and you need to make sure that you eliminate them. The other ones have different types of abilities. Some of them even give buffs to other characters, like increasing their speed. Some of them, like this one with the bubble, just puts a shield on the other characters to shield them against damage. You need to make sure that you are taking them down in order to be able to quickly eliminate as many enemies as possible. Here you can see me testing out an alpha version of the game. This is the popcorn gun. And also it is the earlier version of the slingshot, the first version. The second version had some fire. It looks even better. Again, the game looks great. It doesn't matter where you play it. Of course, it looks even better when you play it with really nice background, like this temple in Seoul. And of course, you can play the game indoors. You can see me play the game indoors. Again, it's same fun, you know, when playing outdoors, it works the same. See this character is actually reduce your shooting speed, so you need to make sure you take him out. Kind of electric shock. You can see also the effects on the screen when you get hit. You know, it really feels exciting playing this game with all those visual effects. Now this is the full version of the game. You can actually see at the top the enemies that are coming from the portal, so you can prepare yourself with the right weapon and know what comes ahead. It can be really intensive, as you can see, so you need to make sure that you can actually make in some of the levels you need to make like even almost close to a perfect one, because if you make a mistake you can actually take so much damage that you'll eventually fail. Here I grabbed the bomb item and actually use it to deal a lot, to eliminate all the enemies on the screen. Soon you're going to see I'm going to use it. Just make sure that you use it when you need it and when there are many enemies on the screen, because it's just going to be a waste. You can see me, you can get a total of 3 stars depending on your how good you played. I just get 2, I didn't play that good. Here you can see 3 bombs rushing at me. This was insane. And again, they can do so much damage, but again you need to pick up the heal buff, the heal item. Just grab it and use it, and make sure that you don't pick all of them up, because we're sometimes going to need maybe a few seconds later. Now also, as you can see, I got coins when I finished the level, and these coins I can use in order to upgrade my weapons. This is very useful. So this is it. This is Space Blastards, an explosive augmented reality ARKit shooter. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do more cool videos very soon. And again, if you love what you see, you can go to the App Store and download the game right now. Have fun, guys. See you on the next video. Bye bye.